What is going on, everybody? Trade alert, the first 3-team trade of the season, probably last year too. It's been forever since I've seen one of these things happen, and I say 3-team trade, it's kind of a loose term, and you'll see what I mean later on. 3-team, I'm gonna call it 3-team trade. Maybe it's clickbait, I don't know, you could fucking, whatever. 3 teams involved, pretty big moves being made, a lot of big name players on the move, and we're gonna get into that. We're gonna cover all of it. If you haven't seen the other trade videos, be sure to go to the channel and check those out. With that being said, though, let's knock this trade out. It is between Chubb Checker, the Achilles team, and Thankyoudamar. So pretty exciting stuff here, and let's get right into it. So I think the way I want to do this is starting in chronological order of how this kind of went down. So it originally started with Chubb Checker in the Achilles team, and the original trade was Achane and Tyler Lockett being shipped off to the Achilles team in return for Christian Kirk. Earlier on in the week, we saw Christian Kirk being traded from the Damar squad to Achilles team. I was honestly super excited to see Christian Kirk play for the Achilles team, but he had different plans. He unfortunately did not comment on if this was his plan all along. I don't know if it was or not. The original trade was Chubb Checker getting Christian Kirk and sending off Achane and Tyler Lockett. I think Chubb Checker wins this trade because Christian Kirk is proven to be a #1 receiver on that Jaguars offense. Much more consistent, I would say, than Tyler Lockett has been, especially with his injury now with the hamstring thing. And Achane, obviously, if he's anything like he was before he got injured, then yeah, the Achilles team wins this trade, because that's unbelievable what that guy was doing. However, we don't know if he'll do that. We don't know if he'll get back to that 12 yards per carry average that he was at, which is absolutely fucking absurd. You know, we don't know if he's going to get back to that averaging 25 points a game. So that's why I'm saying that the original trade, Chubb Checker wins when he received Christian Kirk. Now, let us then go a couple hours later. Funny enough, the Chubb Checker Guardians trade happened right after this one. I mean, minutes after. Within 20 minutes, Chubb Checker was then getting James Conner and Romeo Doubs. And then, later on, the Achilles team calls the Thankyoudamar squad. It says, hey, I know we traded earlier on in the week. Let's make another trade. My tight end just went down. Look what fucking happened. Thankyoudamar sends off Chuba Hubbard, TJ Hockenson, and Cooper Kupp, and is receiving Tank Dell, Achane, and Garrett Wilson from the Achilles team.
Because I like it. Hell, I love it. I'm saying, I'm just itching. I'm itching to do it again. And you think what? You think you're gonna send me to a nut house? Some doctor, they're gonna get me to stop from doing what I want to do? Well, that ain't happening.
Wow. I mean, that's fucking absurd. That is absolutely absurd. Trading a top 3 tight end, a top 10 wide receiver potentially, and Chuba Hubbard, whatever, for Tank Dell, who granted has been very good, Achane, who I just said has the potential, but we don't know, and Garrett Wilson, who is a top 15 wide receiver. I respect Garrett Wilson for sure. That's just crazy to me. Dom, again, I don't know really what you're doing here, trading your 2 best players, or 2 of your best players, I should say. I guess Garrett Wilson now kind of takes that spot of Cooper Kupp, which is fine. But whenever you're trading Hockenson, why wouldn't you have traded Kincaid? It's ironic because in the original Christian Kirk trade, the Achilles team sent off Kincaid, and then literally Thursday Night Football, Mark Andrews goes down for the season. This all could have been avoided if he just kept Kincaid, but I think honestly the Achilles team kind of got a better deal for that. Look, you get Hockenson, you get Kupp, you had Kirk. Now you got rid of him. With Andrews going down, you arguably upgraded. I think you 100% upgraded. Your team is better now than when it was because of Andrews going out. And that rarely ever happens. You rarely get better whenever an injury happens like this. Maybe you just got lucky because Dom is stupid. Because here's my point. Tank Dell, very good receiver, but I don't think he's going to be that wide receiver 20 type of player. Nico Collins has been out. Stroud's been on a fucking heater. He's bound to regress a little bit. Those yards are going to get away from Tank Dell, go back to Nico Collins, just regress altogether, so you don't really get that star right there. For Achane, like I said, if he goes back to anything what he was, that's a huge win, that's a dub for the Damar team. And then obviously Garrett Wilson there, being a very, very good wide receiver. But arguably, he's the same as Cooper Kupp whenever Matthew Stafford's back, which he is coming back this week. And I don't think Garrett Wilson is that 30-point, 40-point guy that Cooper Kupp has the potential to be. And now you lose TJ Hockenson, who literally just put up 30 points for you. When was the last time you saw a tight end do that? And now you're just going to get rid of that for a guy who hasn't played in 4 weeks, for Tank Dell, who is honestly just a product of circumstance? That's a big risk. In terms of value, I think the Achilles team wins this trade because you get the stars, you get proven players at their positions in Kupp and Hockenson, and you don't have to worry about the what-ifs with Tank, Dell, and Achane. That's the risk that Thankyoudamar has to take now, and that's up to them. This could literally ruin the Damar season. This could.
Quite a few times.
50 times?
More.
100 times?
More.
200 times?
More.
500 times?
Probably.
There it is. That's the first 3-team trade, starting with the Achilles team and Chubb Checker, then going through the Achilles team and Thankyoudamar. Was a 3-team trade, envisioned when this first started? No. It happened because Mark Andrews went down with injury on Thursday Night Football, but I'm calling it a 3-team trade because I can. Honestly, all the trades that you have seen tonight, besides Lamar's backpack and the Bengals, all these trades kind of work together. It's pretty awesome to see. It's whenever one trade happens, it's like a chain reaction. Everybody wants to start trading again, and now I truly believe this is the last wave of trades that we'll see. Maybe we'll get one more. I have heard a couple talks of trades between some people, but I think this is the last wave of trades, the last chain reaction. Look, if you see anything else though, if anything else happens, you guys will see it here first as always, but I hope you guys enjoyed. This was a fun one to cover. Teams obviously making huge plays to try and get into the playoffs. Honestly, I think teams are 100% setting themselves apart from other people now. I think that teams that are making trades are getting better, and the teams that aren't making trades are getting worse. They're getting left behind, right? It's like evolution. You're going to wake up one morning, and you're going to realize that evolution has passed you by. That is what happened today. That's what happened in the past 12 hours. We'll see how this works out in the playoffs and the closing weeks of the regular season, but I hope you guys enjoyed. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, if you haven't seen the other trades, go and look at those on the channel. Thank you all for watching, and good luck to everyone in Week 11. Good luck to Chubb Checker, the Achilles team, and Thankyoudamar. It's going to do it for me. I will see you guys in the next video.